we wanted to have this ceremony here today, this bill signing ceremony, in a library, because we do want to encourage especially our young people to read this summer. Readers are leaders, and we want to make sure that everyone understands that in our democracy, it is not a spectator sport. We believe in government of the people and by the people and for the people. That's what Abraham Lincoln said in 1863 in Gettysburg, and it's the 150th anniversary of the Gettysburg Address this year. And I think it's a good reminder to all of us that our government of the people in Illinois, we want to make it stronger than ever. One of the best ways to help our democracy is to strengthen the voters, the people who are the heart and soul of our state, the heart and soul of our country. And the most important people in a democracy are not the high officials, including not the governor or the mayor, any of that. The highest office in a democracy is the office of citizen. And one of the most important acts of citizenship is being able to vote and select candidates of your choice, whether it's at the local level or at the state level or at the federal level. We just had an election last year where we, the people, elected the President of the United States. And the coming year we'll have elections as well. We believe in elections because that's what democracy is all about. But in order to have really a strong democracy, we've got to get everybody in and nobody left out when it comes to registering to vote. And our goal is to make registering to vote as easy and convenient and accessible as possible. And this has been a long battle. Maybe 2 decades ago, we came up with the idea of motor voter, where you could register to vote when you get your driver's license or renew your driver's license. And that was a great reform and allowed a lot of people to get involved and get registered. But now, with the wonders of the internet, we have electronic democracy. We have an opportunity to use the internet and online to register people to vote. And a number of states, I think about 18 or so, have already done this. And I said at the beginning of this year when I made a speech, it's called the State of the State, I said we have to do a lot of important things in Illinois. We have to get more health care through the Affordable Care Act, and I signed that bill this past Monday. We have to keep building in our state, important things that put people to work. And just the other day, we announced the South Suburban Airport, and I was on the bridge at the Mississippi River, and we're going to unsnarl the Circle Interchange. Those are important building projects that put people to work. But in that speech in the State of the State, I also talked about how important it is that everybody get a chance to register to vote in as convenient and accessible and easy way as possible. We're not going to tell people how to vote. They can make up their own choice. That's what democracy is. But we want to make it as easy as possible for the people to get registered to vote.
We had wonderful support, starting with the clerk of Cook County, David Orr, Common Cause, Chicago Votes. All the liberal progressive groups were behind this measure because we know from the experience of other states that tearing down this barrier to voter registration really does bring people to the polls. In California, during a very short period of time, 800,000 people registered to vote, and they were not just young, professional, well-educated types. They were across the board. They were older people, too. They were not all particularly well-educated, so the mix was a good mix. We also know that it saves money. We're doing this really to save money for the Cook County clerk. In Arizona, they concluded that allowing people to register on the Internet saved them. It used to cost 83 cents to register a voter. Now it's only 3 cents. So we're just doing it for David Orr's budget and for Tony Preckwinkle, and I say let's have at it. I also think it's important for us to make the basic point. This is not just about making life easier for voters. It is for making a better democracy. The more people participate in our democracy, the stronger our democracy is.
Now, this bill, H-Bill 2418, has a lot of very good reforms, but the game changer is online voter registration. As Pat referred to, this is the most significant expansion, I believe, of voter registration since the motor voter law of 20 years ago. For example, today, one of these forms, and some of you have certainly used them. So today, deputy registrars all throughout the state, they use forms like this. They go to the DMV, driver's facilities. They go to libraries. They go to schools. They go everywhere to find the voters, get them to sign this, fill it out, send it to us. Then we do all this work, by paper, but we implement all this stuff. Boom, it's a multi-step process. It's cumbersome, all of which is multiplied many times when it's a presidential election. Online voter registration will revolutionize this clumsy process. Eligible citizens now will be able to register for the first time and update their registration on the go, on a computer, a smartphone, or on a laptop, all things that people do so frequently now. So voters will love the idea of ditching their paper and pen and be able to register sitting at home or on the L, whatever else is convenient. It'll be fast, easy, more accurate, and it will save us money. And it will bring registration to the people rather than making them always come to us. And what better way than this to get young people involved in elections? They expect things to be done digitally, and now the state is helping them to do that. So I believe online voter registration means a great deal for the voters. I think it will help us in increasing the turnout, but it also helps to strengthen democracy. And frankly, that's why we're here, because we really believe in a stronger democracy. So again, hats off to all of you, and particularly the governor, and let's get to work.